Hi everybody, so welcome or welcome back. This is Cozy Crafts by Lindsay, and it has been a week since I have done any sort of vlogging. So on the 4th and the 5th I did no crochet, nothing. I just spent time with family. But on the 5th, which was Sunday, we had a big storm come through and it knocked down trees, knocked out the power. Trees were on the power lines, and so we had our little adventure for the weekend. And of course, Monday and Tuesday, only thing you heard was chainsaws, wood chippers, everything. So I couldn't really vlog any, and even at that, posting tutorials was a little bit hectic. But it is Thursday. It's Thursday, and I am back to vlogging. I have posted a video already, a tutorial video, and I have one scheduled for today. I need to make another one, but I started on this, and I can make it into a blanket, but while I was making it, I thought about making it into a cardigan for my daughter. Now, I had a few people message me about making it into a blanket. I messaged the lady on Etsy, and she told me it would probably be more towards Thanksgiving and Christmas before she would purchase a blanket from me. I'll have different blankets by then. And I've been saying I wanted to make a wearable, and I think I'm going to make my daughter a wearable. I'm going to try it on her. It's the only thing I'm iffy about is that is acrylic yarn, so it can't be washed as much. But it'll be the first wearable that I've made for her. Not counting scarves or gloves or anything like that. It's just first little wearable. And also what I've been working on for the last few days is cleaning up my Pinterest board. I have 3 Pinterest boards. One my daughter uses, so I'm not going to bother that one. One on my computer that I have completely forgot about. There was hardly nothing on there. And then the one on my phone. The one on my phone is nothing but crochet, and which is okay, but I kind of want a variety. And for me, I'm starting to get a little overwhelmed with just looking at crochet stuff all the time. So I'm going to try to clean out my phone Pinterest board and do whatever I can to get as much as I can on my computer Pinterest board, and then start weeding things out. I counted like 70 something boards on my Pinterest, and some of them only had 3, some of them had none. So I cleared all them out, and the one that's on my computer is, oh, it's so organized. I have a Christmas folder that has crochet, beading, and sewing, and they all fit into the Christmas. So anything Christmas that I have for crochet, I can put into crochet Christmas. Thing for sewing, etc. All that good stuff. But for me, I am trying to be more about having my crochet items on my computer than on my phone. I'm having to, I guess, separate myself from just crocheting all the time, because I like sewing, and whenever I get on my phone, there's no sewing stuff. And I like beading, but there's hardly no I have to look up beading stuff to get it on my Pinterest board. So I'm going to try to change that. I'm going to try to explore a little bit more on my Pinterest board on my phone, but I need to clear out the folders that I'm not using, and that's where my computer's going to come into play. But enough about that. That's more of a personal thing, I guess you'd say. I don't have many plans for crochet, and that cardigan kind of gets rid of one order for a blanket, which necessarily wasn't an order. It was more of a, oh, you ought to. So I have got to quit listening to the ought tos and just, I mean, I do sell most of my blankets, or I gift them. The Mary Poppins blanket, I don't have enough yarn to start it. And even if I did use the yarn that I have to start it, I would not even get a quarter of the way before I'd run out. Because that is going to be a big blanket. Now, I was supposed to have it done by the 17th. My mama asked me to do that blanket. And my mom is a lot like me, a procrastinator, last minute. I'm trying to work on that. But like I said, I get it from my mama. And I don't know if it's going to be done on time. I don't think it'll be done on time. I think it's just going to be one of them things that when I start it, I start it. If I don't, I don't. You know, I have the pattern. It's already there. It's beautiful. Just got to complete it. And I'm looking up because pattern's right there. And I do have another blanket. And it's kind of like the flower, or it is. It's the flower blanket, but it's going to be for a baby boy. And kind of in the same situation, just waiting. But that one don't need to be done till the end of August. But I would like to go ahead and get it done, and that would be me working on my procrastination skills. So if I can go ahead and get that one done, that would be good. But I'm waiting on some stuff for that. And even at that, I need to go shopping for the yarn. I don't want to go order yarn, because the last time I ordered yarn, if you order 3 of the same skeins, they usually just send it all in one pack, and you know, same lot number, everything. Never really had a problem with it until last time when I was ordering everything in 3s, and they sent half of it from one warehouse and the other half from another warehouse. So they were trying to get rid of all the singles, but the lot numbers were completely different. They were not sending things in bulks, and I was ordering things by 3s. So I was assuming, hey, it's going to come as a whole pack, same lot number. It did not do that this time, and I don't want to run the risk of doing that again. So no more complaining about that. I'm going to try to do another tutorial today, and I'm going to crochet today. It's sunny outside, so whatever I do, I need to get it done, because this window gets really, really hot in the evenings. Figured that out the hard way, and need to go in and get it closed so this room stays cool, because this is my daughter's room. It needs to stay cool in here. I'm going to do my tutorial and probably crochet a little bit, but I also need to cook breakfast, start getting supper somewhat ready, and I think I need to go grocery shopping this evening. Why am I even making a crochet vlog if I've got all that to do? Okay, so welcome back. It's Friday and I did some crocheting last night. I got 4 squares done. I just need to complete 2 more. I'll probably complete those sometime today and I'll start making her little sweater. Now I'm right here where the 2 sides attach. I seen where people were just sewing it across and then making up the edging and stuff, but for me, because I have sewing brain, I'm going to make probably 2 rows of granny square stitch right across this side and then do two rows on this side and attach it, and that'll make up for the center part right here under the arm. And then, you know, it's going to stick out a little bit, but I'll make that up as I make the sleeves. But I didn't necessarily like just the thought of taking these 2 sides and just sewing it, I guess you'd say. Just sewing it straight across and then making a sleeve. I didn't necessarily like, oh, there's a fly. I didn't necessarily like the thought of that. Only because, like I said, I'm thinking of sewing, and sewing you have to add a loop around the arm, and that gives it the extra length you need that goes around the chest, the stomach. Your arms don't need as much length as the rest of your body. I can understand this part, but I can't understand this part. I think it does need that extra length, and then I'll start figuring out the arms and the collar and the bottom too. Start figuring that out. But today I just want to finish the 2 squares that go on that, and then that part will be done. The rest of it's just going to be adding all the details, the sleeves and the brim. I think it's, don't ask me. I want to finish the squares, and I want to go ahead and figure out this size because, you know, my daughter's here, so I can measure her as I go. I want to go ahead and I want to make my first little wearable. I can hang it up right here behind me, but she won't wear it till winter time, and you know, I'd rather have it just in case than be trying to make it when it's snowing outside. That was my thing this year, was that I made mittens while it was snowing, and I made like 4 pairs of mittens, but I could have already had that ready. Like I said, I'm a procrastinator, like an extreme procrastinator. I'm trying to work on that. And I'm not saying that it's going well. Okay, y'all, I did it. I made 3 tutorials, and I just need to edit them, and I'm set for the weekend. I'm still going to vlog a little bit through the weekend, and I'm going to consider when I want to post this video. But like I said, in this video, I want to complete at least the squares on this. I'll work on this in a little while. I need to go and start supper, and it's only 1. Maybe not supper, because we just had lunch. But I need to cook the meat a little bit longer than everything else. So you know what I mean? I don't have to explain it. Okay, so it's Saturday, and last night I finished making the squares for my daughter's little cardigan. I am working on the edging now, but I did this on the bottom, and of course this is what I was talking about earlier on yesterday. This is what I was talking about yesterday. And what I did was I made 3 granny square stitches this way and 3 this way, connected them, and it gave me the little arm gap that I needed. Last night I also finished this edging, so I went ahead and did this, and this morning I started on the collar and the front edging. I'm almost done with my ball of pink yarn, so I still have one more right here, that one right there. I still have one more to do this, but whenever I start on that one, I'm going to go ahead and do the arms. I say I'm going to do the arms. I might go ahead and complete the thin edging right here. I still need to do maybe, I'm thinking 1 or 2 more rows, because this is the width for 2 rows is about the width of this right here, so probably about that much more. If you can see, it'll be about that much more the top of this finger. I kind of want a thicker edging, because if I decide to put a button or make a little button area, I might crochet some ties to go around the buttons. We'll see. I'm just going to use up the rest of this pink. I want to use up the rest of this pink before we leave, which isn't much. It's not much pink. Not at all. All I got left, I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. I'm thinking about just considering, because I said that I might incorporate a little bit of yellow. What I'm thinking is doing a single crochet border around the whole edge, including this bottom edge. I don't know. But do a single crochet border. If I do a single crochet border around my edging, I don't think it'd be quite as stretchy. I don't necessarily need stretchy. I don't think it would be quite as stretchy. I don't know. I might do a poll on YouTube and TikTok get my yes or no answers. Alright. I have completed the last row. I'm not going to do the fourth row because if I want to add buttons, I feel like this is wide enough for me to add a button. And if I don't want to add a button, it's not too wide that it looks like there should be a button. Look at that. Now I need to work on the arms, but that'll be at a later date. Okay, y'all, it is Monday night. I don't think I filmed anything yesterday. No, I didn't film anything yesterday because I cleaned my daughter's room yesterday, got it all tidy and organized. But I was not completely useless today. We went to the mall, and my daughter's been wanting to go to the mall for a while. She had some money that she earned and was wanting to, of course, spend it. She wanted to spend it, but I started the cuff of the sleeve. But what I really want to work on right now is this part. So it has a square edging. What I want to do now is to make the cuff regular, but to round this edge, and I also need to see how many stitches or many granny squares that'll need to be, because right now the cuff is almost as big as it needs to be, but I need to round off, make this more round, and I guess you'd say close in the gap a little bit. That's what I'm going to work on right now. That should be 1, maybe 2 rounds, but that's not going to take forever. I want to, like I said, round off this edge. I kind of want to start it under the arm. About right there. We'll do it right there. I have a lot of ends to weave in on this thing. But I think if I go ahead and just complete the arms, complete the cuffs, or complete both of the arms and the cuffs, I'll be alright. Weaving in the ends won't be a problem. It's just like doing the last details of it. I gotta figure out how I want to curl this end a little bit. both of my edges. It does look a little bit wider at the top. It's kind of what I was afraid of. These squares are kind of big anyway. Okay, so the vote is tallied up, and it's going to be the trim. Okay, I have one sleeve on. Oh, sorry. I have one sleeve on. I need to make one more and we'll be set. It already looks cute on her. I already made her try it on. Alright, y'all, it's Tuesday and I ran out of pink yarn. That means I have to go to Michael's, and can't go today. Should have went yesterday when we was near the mall, but it just slipped my mind. But I'm going to end the vlog here, and maybe the next time y'all see that sweater, I might do the yellow trim around it, because that's what the votes won. I'm going to try the yellow trim, but if it don't look good, then I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to end the vlog for the cardigan. I'm going to end it right here because I'm literally at the end of my line. Not my widths, just I'm at the end of the line. You know. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. This one is a little lengthy for me, making all this, because, you know, it's a cardigan. And I'm pretty sure that I started this video out with a long list of things that I wanted to get done, and that was all that I accomplished right here. So I hope to see y'all on the next video. I hope I didn't bore y'all too much, and if this is something you like, you know what to do. You gotta like, you gotta subscribe so you can see me again, and I will see y'all on the next video. Bye, y'all.